We could survive that. We could survive that. We could survive it.
Hello and welcome to We Could Survive That, your survival guide to the movies. My name is Jack, and today I'm joined by a man who once went down to the Toshi station to pick up some power converters. It's Chris, looking very confused. It's a Star Wars reference.
Hello, everybody. Don't understand the reference. What are you talking about?
Luke wants to go down to the Toshi station.
The
to
what
pick up
station?
the Toshi station.
The Toshi?
I don't know what it is,
What?
but
When does he say that?
before he's got to clean up R2 and C-3PO, and all he wants to do is go down to the Toshi station.
I don't remember him saying he's got to go to a Toshi station.
Would you like a better introduction?
No, but I'm just thinking a Toshi station sounds a bit...
I'm joined by the man who really shot Greedo. It's Chris.
I remember him saying he got something about power couplings.
Power converters.
Converters.
Yeah.
But I don't remember
No,
anything about
power
Toshi
couplings are
station.
bloody pod racing mumbo jumbo from episode 1.
Oh, right.
We've left episode 1 behind. Bad memories. Let's focus on a
We've
New
gone to
Hope.
the original episode 1.
Yes, the official proper one.
No, it's not. Well, it's not. It's the official proper 4th episode, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes. Today we are looking at A New Hope.
Or
There's
Star
always
Wars.
New Hope around the corner. Yeah, on my special edition box set, it's just called Star Wars. It's
Yeah.
not New Hope or anything.
I have a confession to make.
Yeah.
I've never seen the original cut of Star Wars. It's so difficult to find, so I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you want to borrow my video?
I've got videos of it, but that's all the special edition stuff. And then I bought the original trilogy on DVD, and that's made even more changes, and I'm so angry, especially at Return of the Jedi with Hayden Christensen at the end instead of the other guy. I don't know the
Why
the
does
guy
make
that
you
actually
angry?
played Raider. 'Cause how is Luke meant to know who that is? And it's Hayden Christensen.
Because he's meant to have, like, you know, a feeling, like the Force, it tells him.
I feel you looked like Hayden Christensen
Yeah.
and not the guy that I saw.
They should have put
Surely
Qui-Gon in as well.
Yeah.
Like, just put his
And
hand on, like,
everyone.
yeah, they should just...
Mace
it looks like-
Windu there.
And then Anakin... no, Luke just, like, starts freaking... Leave me alone! No! As he's then haunted for the rest of his life. That's why he goes into hiding on whatever planet he's on in episode 7.
Yeah. It's just Qui-Gon following him around going, you should probably put a bed on that pod ray. Because Qui-Gon's a gambler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a very good Jedi. I think we established this back at
Yeah, we
episode 1.
did. Shall we talk about episode... or Star Wars episode 4, or whatever you want to call it, rather than the prequels?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're here to talk about, right. Let's kick this thing off with the beginning and all the guards on Princess Leia's ship and all the stormtroopers shooting at each other and dying. The guys on the ship first, Leia's rebels, they should be a bit more prepared because they try to hide in the corners of like doorways and stuff, but surely they could
terrible.
just bring some barrels or something or boxes to create some kind of cover and stuff.
Or they could have had some sort of auto turret that deploys from the ceiling and opens fire.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Or
A mine, a land mine,
no, that'd have been stupid.
or done something like Home Alone, planted like loads of sharp toys and stuff at the
No,
door,
you-
so when the stormtroopers come in, they fall over comically.
I can't see that happening, to be honest.
Because
Trying
the
to think.
stormtroopers are professional.
Yeah, well, they're not, are they?
No.
They're bloody awful. Their armour is bloody awful. And why are the rebels wearing weird-looking white, elongated hats? They serve no purpose whatsoever.
They're streamlined now. They can run quicker.
Oh,
They
frickin'
look
hell.
like bike helmets.
Yeah, they
don't
do.
They?
Yes, they do. So I have no idea why they're wearing them. They're completely useless. I think probably had better trained guards on there with
Yeah.
bigger guns who actually had some sort of, protection, not thin layers of clothing. They're even worse than a stormtrooper's plastic,
Plastic.
which just breaks.
Yeah.
I've never seen this. What is the point of that armor? I've never seen a
And
stormtrooper get hit
it's
by one
more-
and be like, "Oh, look, I'm fine." If anything, it just gets in the way of them. It could be heavy for all we know. It looks light, but I'm going to assume it's really heavy
Yeah.
and just bogs them down.
And the helmet as well, reduced visibility and stuff. That's not
Yeah.
great.
And it doesn't help them at all, does it?
No.
It's bits of bloody plastic.
It doesn't even help from rocks that the Ewoks throw in
No, it
in
doesn't.
Return of the Jedi. Yeah, they need better design stuff on that, don't they?
Yeah, so I think for both sides, better equipment. I mean,
Better
the
preparation
the
as well.
stormtroopers, they didn't have much choice. They had to come in through that one way, didn't they? I don't think
Yeah.
there's any other way they could. Although, I don't see why not. They took the entire ship into one of the starfighters. Starfighters?
In the Star Destroyer.
Star Destroyer, sorry. So they could just cut in it from any angle, really.
Yeah, parasailed in through the roof or something.
No, that wouldn't have worked.
Oh no.
Right, that's
It probably
tiny.
would have got tangled up and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rebels, better equipment. Don't hide in the doorways of doors. Why hide in the doorways? Why not actually open the doors, stand in that room, and just stick your gun out and fire?
Yeah, that would have been better.
You don't need to look where you're shooting. The stormtroopers
Just
don't
shoot
do it.
blindly. Yeah. No, the stormtroopers have terrible aim. Yeah. So that all that happens. They don't listen to what we say, and some of them die. And we get introduced to Darth Vader, and he walks in. All the stormtroopers have moved their bodies to the side, so Vader doesn't have to step over anyone.
So most unimpressive entrance in all of Star Wars.
I do hope that's sarcasm.
Go on, name me one that is worse.
What that's worse?
A worse entrance.
Doctor Doom from Fantastic
No,
Four.
in Star Wars, you muppet.
Oh, what a worse entrance?
Yeah,
Well,
in all
no,
of Star
Vader's
Wars.
is the best one. Worst, Jar Jar Binks.
No, he has a good one. He turns up. You get a
And
good
ruins
feel of his
everything.
character straight away. He's currently,
Well,
introduced to Qui-Gon.
You are being
They
sarcastic,
form a
aren't you?
long-lasting relationship with each other. It just makes you like the character more. I mean, Darth Vader's one who walks in, you think, oh, here we go. This guy.
This is sarcasm.
The boss
isn't it?
man.
You do like it, don't you?
I don't know. I don't remember it.
Yeah. Well, he walks in and immediately starts kicking ass and taking names and doing his whole bad cop thing. Picks up one of the rebel guys. I think he's a captain or someone. He's got a different uniform to the other ones, but he picks him up by the throat. He's like, "If this is a councillor's ship, where is the ambassador?" And he chokes out before he can answer, and then he throws him against a wall.
How does he have the strength to do that?
He's got robot arms.
Yeah, only like up to his bloody elbow. Then the rest of it, so his bicep is still his normal muscle lifting a person up.
He's using the Force.
Yes, that's the only thing I can think of. Because, I mean, I don't know how old Vader is at this point, but he's old.
He's fairly old.
I mean, he can
yeah.
hardly move in a lightsaber duel. He is very old.
He needs an oil bath like C-3PO has, so he needs one of them. He needs to be dunked.
He could do it.
Okay, you're this guy. What do you do? Normally, I'd suggest like try and spit in Vader's eye or something, but he's got the helmet on, and you're also surrounded by stormtroopers. I'd say tell him what he wants to know, but he'll probably kill you anyway.
Well, he's choking you out. You can't respond anyway, can you?
Yeah.
So then you...
Vader needs a better method of interrogation.
Yeah, I know. He never gets any information. He always kills everybody before
Why
he can
does
respond.
nobody tell me anything? My lord, maybe it's because your foot is on their throat and they can't speak. Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm the guy. I'm being held up. I would feign losing consciousness earlier. So
Yeah.
Vader gets angry and throws me back against the wall. And then I would keep one eye open on the situation. When I see my chance, I'd just shimmy away in my stomach. Gone.
Sneak away to one of the escape pods or something. Or sneak away.
Specifically the escape pod C-3PO and R2 want to be using and kick them out of it. Oh no, because I can't do an escape pod, I'll
No,
die.
No,
'Cause
yeah,
they're
because
tracking it.
yeah, and they can also detect life forms on there. So that's why C-3PO and R2-D2 aren't blown up. So
yeah,
if
that's what
you
what I just meant. That's
Yeah.
what I meant. So no, I would not. I
dress
would,
up as a stormtrooper, because there are stormtrooper dead bodies everywhere. So you could peel off one of their arms.
Too
and then
difficult.
pretend to be a stormtrooper.
Much easier
And then when
to
they
leave.
send people down to search for the escape pod, you go down there with them, and then you just sneak away into Mos Eisley.
It's a lot easier to get off of that ship and aggressively take over the Star Destroyer.
On your own.
Yes, that is a much simpler
Darth
option.
Vader's personal Star Destroyer.
Yeah, because he's on the other ship, which I then jettison out into space before blowing it up.
And none of the other thousands of stormtroopers on there will put up any fight.
No, because I've come to liberate them from Vader, and they're like, yeah, woo! I've probably some better armor as well. Something Vader can never do.
Would this change your opinion if I told you that Vader's personal guard of stormtroopers are called Vader's Fist? I don't think they'd name themselves after Vader if they didn't like him. Maybe he tells a good anecdote.
They probably don't name themselves Vader probably named him, but I never heard that.
You will
Vader's
be
fist.
Vader's fist.
Where did you get that bit of information from?
The extended universe. That's no longer canon anymore, so they're probably called Vader's testicles now or something, I don't know. Yeah, alright, so Vader orders his stormtroopers to find the passengers on this ship, and one of them is Leia, and some stormtroopers find her. One of them goes, "Oh look, there's a passenger, set your guns for stun," and by the time he's said this, Leia's taken a shot at him and killed him. So maybe if you're leading the search for Leia, already issue your orders to have her stunned rather than killed before you actually see her. And they can see she's got a gun because she's doing the James Bond stance with the gun next to her face and she's hiding. And they go, "Look, there she is," and then she shoots. Be prepared.
Perhaps they wanted it set to, kill in case they encountered any more resistance from like the actual fighters. Perhaps the stun only
But then
lasts
they
for
could-
like 30 seconds, and by the time it took them to stun all of the people they were fighting, the others would already got back up again.
Well, it's quite a big blast. I reckon you could get two pick because it's like a weird blue circly thing, the stun thing.
Yeah, but then when it hits Leia, it like goes all over. It doesn't like go out to the sides or anything, does it? That sounds well dirty. Hits Leia, just goes all over her.
All over Leia.
So then, it doesn't go out to the sides or anything.
Well, one of you could stun, and then the other one could just shoot them if they're not passengers. And what if the passengers were
I
wearing the
suppose.
same uniform?
Why are the passengers be wearing the same
I
uniform?
don't know. Maybe you don't know how long they've been out at flying in space, so maybe they've run out of clothes and they've
Probably
had to
not
borrow
long.
some
They
of the
all have.
uniform.
They have
Light speed.
is that what they call it? Light speed?
Yeah.
Light speed.
What would you call it?
A hyper jump. Is that Star Trek?
Probably. I don't know.
Oh dear.
You've just crossed a barrier.
Oh my god.
Where are the Vulcans in this?
It's quite easy.
Bring
to
back
survive.
the Klingons.
I would demand much better armor. Because if I was joining the Empire, right? No offense, but I would look at the quality of the armor and be like, "Yo, Vader! No, Vader, come here. What is this? What the hell is this? You cheap buggers!"
No, Vader would then direct you to his manager, the Emperor.
All right, I'll be like,
then try getting more money for armor from the Emperor. That will end in a force electrocution in your face.
no, I'll be like, yo, Emps, what's going on with this
Emps?
armor? Yeah,
Emps!
we're on good terms. I'll be like, what's going on with this armor? And they'll be like, "Oh, we're saving the money to build the Death Star." And I'll be like, I don't care, it gets blown up twice, get some better armor, and we can just crush the rebellion this way. So if we each had a suit that was impenetrable to normal laser blast, we just march through and just dominate all the rebels.
But I like the idea of just blowing a planet with a Death Star.
No need, we can go to the central planet and plant a nuclear device.
But the Death Star...
Screw the Death Star, get us better armor.
Yes, I'm sure you could persuade the Emperor that way by shouting at him.
Yes, because he'd be like,
He
"Oh my
would
god,
understand.
this person's standing up to me," and then he'd feel the force of me, and I'd be like, "Rah!" And then I'm the chosen one.
You go
I
wrong.
slay the Emperor. Vader comes back in, and he's like laying there dead. I'm just like, "Sup, Vader, bitch."
He would kill you.
He still wouldn't have. Nah, he wouldn't be able to, would he?
Of course
he
he
gonna-
would.
Ow, what's he gonna do?
He'd punch you in the face. Or
Oh.
use his lightsaber.
Right, he's too slow to get close to you with a lightsaber. He's no threat with a lightsaber at all.
Kind of is.
Only if you get close to him. He's not like he can't force.
So your plan
anymore
is
or
to
anything
kill
like
the
that.
Emperor, then run away from Vader.
Oh no, I'm just shoot Vader as well. We'll just get around behind him. He's not gonna know I'm
Vader
there.
can stop blasters with his hand.
That's fine. I'll use a bigger blaster. I'll blow his hand off.
So C-3PO and R2-D2 make it down to Tatooine, where they're picked up by some Jawas and sold to Owen Lars and Luke Skywalker. Owen has seen both of these droids before in Episode 2 and doesn't recognise either of them. C-3PO, who granted has a new skin, nice and shiny and gold, but he's still calling himself C-3PO, so he'd at least go, "Hey, that's funny. There used to be a droid that worked here called C-3PO."
I've just thought of why.
He gets hit on the head and has
No.
memory loss?
Obi-Wan has advised them that if they come into any contact with things like that before from the past,
Yeah.
not to speak about them because
It ruins
Not-
continuity.
not to tell Luke sort of thing. Like, just ignore that fact that it happened. That's why he buys those 2 droids specifically, because he's like, oh shit, it's these ones.
Well, no,
But Obi-Wan's going to want them.
Originally, he doesn't want to buy R2D2. He wants to buy a red one, and then the red one blows up, and then C-3PO says to Luke, "You should probably get the blue one because he's awesome."
All a clever ploy. The red one was rigged to blow up. He paid the Jawas off beforehand to blow it up, so then he could like make it look like Luke was going for the R2 droid. Then Obi-Wan wouldn't get mad at him for getting them.
But
yeah,
Obi-Wan
he
doesn't
purposely didn't
recognise
say anything about the
R2
droid.
either.
Because Obi-Wan's old and he's got dementia at this point. All right, look at
He's
Ewan
got
McGregor.
sunstroke.
Is it Ewan McGregor?
Yes.
Yeah, look at Ewan McGregor in episode 3, and you look at the actor that plays Obi-Wan in episode 4. Okay, you told me there was a 20-year gap between the 2 films. There is a lot more than 20 years between the actors at that point.
Well, if you think about it, Obi-Wan in episode 1 is, we'll say, about 20. Then there's a 10-year gap between episode 1 and episode 2. So he's about 30 then. And then how many years gap between 2 and 3?
Not that much.
Well, it's
a
enough
couple
for,
of years.
It's 3 years, shall we say?
Yeah, 3 years.
3 years. So Obi-Wan's about 33, 34.
Oh yeah, so that puts him in early 50s. That is not a man in his early 50s.
But
he looks about
Tatooine-
70.
Tatooine has 2 sons.
That doesn't make any difference. He looks about 70. He can hardly walk. His lightsaber duels are pathetic at the moment.
Well, he's out of practice. He's not been lopping off limbs as often as he would.
Yeah, he shouldn't have his blue lightsaber anymore, that's for a fact.
Why?
Should have broke.
It should have broke. What's
He's
the
been
sell-by
living
date
in
on
a cave.
No, he's been living in quite a nice house.
Oh yeah. I retract my last point. Continue, sir.
Okay, so nobody recognised any of the droids. R2-D2 goes on a quest to try and find Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan saves Luke from the Sand People. That Anakin didn't kill all of them. He only killed some of them.
Well, no, he killed the tribe that had his mother.
Yeah.
There's probably loads of different tribes, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So he turned up,
He
slaughtered
lied.
that tribe, and then the others were like, keep quiet. Because in the distance, they just saw like blue light swinging around and
flashing.
like
And heads
screams.
flying
Yeah.
off. So Obi-Wan saves him from that, and then while Luke's away, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru are killed, basically. They're turned into skeletons. We don't see how they're killed, but I know how much you love fan theories, Chris. Would you like to hear the fan theory about how they died?
No, because I know how they actually died, which was they were attacked by stormtroopers and burnt.
Okay. How would you feel if I told you that Boba Fett killed them?
Bullshit.
You'd feel bullshit.
Yeah, because Boba Fett didn't kill him.
Okay, right. Boba Fett was on Tatooine with Jabba the Hutt. He works for the Empire, and he's known for disintegrating people.
Was he working for the Empire at that point, though?
Could have been.
Then why was he there with Jabba?
Because he was like, he's a bounty hunter. He's like, hey, I'll work for the Emperor. Hey, Jabba, who do you want? Oh, you're going after Solo? I'll come with you and be the muscle for that.
No.
He's got, he's got to balance the books.
No, I think at that point he was just chilling with Jabba before he does stuff for the Empire. I don't think they would hire a bounty hunter to track down 2 droids on Tatooine. Because then why do they deploy loads of stormtroopers on like Mos Eisley?
Well, stormtroopers are inept, and Boba Fett's slightly less inept.
Boba Fett didn't do it.
Okay, fine. We don't see how they die, so we can't really survive that, can we?
I'd imagine a very powerful shot from like
A bazooka.
bazooka type.
Or a thermal
grenade
grenade.
Yes, actually, yes, thermal grenade.
Mm. We see lots of thermal grenades, but we never see them used.
No, that sucks.
In any of the
I hope the new
films.
film's got them in there. Someone just like sets it off by accident.
Whoops, wrong one. All right. They go to a bar to try and find a pilot to get them off Tatooine, and Obi-Wan engages in his favourite pastime of lopping off limbs again.
No, what is it of this universe and cutting people's limbs off?
Obi-Wan loves it. He loves limb lopping off. So that happens, and he causes a bit of a ruckus in the bar. And then they
He
meet
probably-
Han Solo and Chewie. What were you going to say? Sorry.
No, I was probably going to say, he's probably in there every week cutting somebody's limb off. Like the bartender sees him walking, he's like,
Oh no.
Obi-Wan, not this week. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I've just cleaned up.
Yeah, they go in there. They meet Chewbacca and Han Solo. They organise a deal that Han will take them to Alderaan, and then they go off their separate ways for Luke and Obi-Wan to sell Luke's speeder to get the credits, and then Han is cut off by Greedo, who shoots first.
I don't know, because in the copy I've got, Greedo shoots, Solo dodges, Solo returns fire, Greedo dies.
Yeah.
But I know there's a big thing about, oh, Solo shot first. So what if he did? Who cares? It's Han Solo.
On YouTube, I've looked up the original cut of this, and it's very confusing. I can see why people are confused, because it's just Greedo. You hear the shots, and then there's a load of smoke, and then it cuts to Greedo falling down. So you don't see who shoots first. But if we were going to survive this, if Han shoots first, then there's nothing really Greedo can do. But if Greedo shoots first and had better aim, and Han Solo didn't do a weird head bob thing, then Greedo could have shot him in the
Why
head.
can't Greedo do the head bob?
I don't know.
Where does Solo even shoot him? Where does the blaster actually
Han's
hit
got
him?
his blaster under the table, so I think he shoots him in the chest. Greedo's got his...
How can you shoot him in the chest if it's under the table?
Well, it's under the... So it's aiming up.
So it's got to go shoot through the table to hit him in the chest?
No. It's not like at his stomach.
That doesn't make sense. How can you hold the gun under
right,
the
we're
table and
looking
shoot
at
up
each
into the
other.
chest?
Han's like leaning back, feet up, and he's like that. The table's not super long,
It would
so he
still
shoots
hit the
him
table
under
at
the
some
table.
point.
No, he's pointing it, and it shoots the part of Greedo that's under the table, his stomach.
So not his chest then.
So his stomach.
So why'd you say his chest?
It's just a thing I didn't think you were going to be all pedantic about it.
Alright, so it hits him in the stomach.
Yeah, and Greedo's got it aiming at Solo's head. So Solo's got a wider target to aim at. And Greedo's aiming at his head because he wants to blast.
Why'd he die so quickly?
Because he just got shot in the chest with a laser
I know,
gun.
but I'm pretty sure he gets shot. No, he didn't. You said stomach.
He gets shot with a laser gun. Does it matter where?
It's a blaster.
Fuck off.
I'm just saying, you get shot in the stomach, you'd like bleed out and take ages. Obviously, the heat from the blaster would have, what's the word I'm looking
Cooked
for?
him.
No, kept the wound shut so he didn't bleed out. So if anything, he should have survived it.
No, because there's a giant hole where some of his internal organs should have been. Or maybe Greedo's race is just super frail.
That would probably explain it, yes.
Yeah. If Greedo had a better aim, then maybe he could have shot Solo in the head. Or just aimed for a larger part of
I
it.
would have shot Chewie.
Chewie wasn't there at this point.
I would have found Chewie, sliced his head off, and then when Solo's like,
Chewie wasn't there.
hang on. And then I would have put it on the table. Solo would have freaked the hell out, which one I would have shot him then. In fact, I would have held up Chewie's head to freak him out and then shot through Chewie's head, out of his mouth, into Solo.
No. Because
then-
while you can't see what Solo's doing, so you've just blocked your view of Solo pulling out his blaster and shooting you a bunch of times in the testicles.
That's never going to happen, is it? He's a terrible shot.
Who, Solo?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
He's the best
Everybody
shot.
with a blaster in Star Wars is the worst.
Solo's the best. I think he gets the most kills in this. I didn't count, but I'd assume he does. Okay, so Greedo's dead. Damn, that took a while. Greedo's dead. Han Solo goes and joins Obi and Luke at the Millennium Falcon. And they're tracked down by some stormtroopers. And again, Solo fends these guys off. All on his own with a blaster, and then runs onto the ship and takes off. And so that's good. He shoots a couple of them, but I think that's just... They could just find
Just
some cover
crap
or something.
stormtrooper training, crap armor.
Yeah.
Just everything that's wrong with the stormtroopers comes into play then.
Everything that's wrong with the Empire.
I know, they cheap out on the training, the armor, and the weapons for the stormtroopers, just so the Emperor can build a big space ball thing.
The big Death Star. Now we're getting on to the Death Star now. This is probably our hardest one yet. So the interrogation of Leia's not going very well. So Grand Moff Tarkin decides that they need a different approach to interrogating her. So they threaten to blow up her home planet of Alderaan. So Leia says that the rebels are hiding on Dantooine. And Moff Tarkin's like, oh, that planet's too small. We need to blow up a giant planet. Well, we're at Alderaan. Let's blow up Alderaan. And then Alderaan gets blown up. How do we save everyone on Alderaan?
It's too difficult. I can't really see. The only way I could see is if a scientist was working on Alderaan and discovered wormholes, and using one of the wormholes saw into the future and saw this was going to happen, so he creates another wormhole. The planet then falls through at the point of impact, like after it gets shot. A bit like how in Doctor Who, how it looks like the planet explodes, but really he's just put Gallifrey in a pocket universe.
So we need the Time Lords to save Alderaan.
Well, no, we need 13 TARDISes.
I don't think they exist in the Star Wars universe.
The Doctor's gone to parallel universes before. He can get through to the Star Wars one, and then he'll come along. They'll all save Alderaan, and everybody on the Star Destroyer will be really confused at why there's blue police boxes flying around.
Unless the destruction of Alderaan is a fixed point in time, in which case he can't stop it.
Nah, they've sort of got rid of that, haven't they? They always change fixed point in time.
One that doesn't involve TARDISes. I think the only way that you could survive it is if you're about to take off in a ship, a fast ship, and then the planet explodes. You're far enough away not to be caught in the initial blast, and then all you have to do is outrun all the rubble and chunks of the planet that are coming after you. It's a long shot. You'd maybe have to be in the Millennium Falcon to get away that quickly.
Oh, why? It's not the fastest ship in the universe.
It did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs.
That means nothing to anybody.
Let me see the TARDIS do the Kessel Run in 12
It'll
parsecs.
probably do it in like a second. It would just
It
materialise.
doesn't count if you're manipulating time. That's cheating.
The only way I can think to do it is if Leia was to... Oh, wait, she's a completely different part of the Death Star, isn't she?
Yeah, because Moff Tarkin gives the orders and then all the control-y bits happen somewhere else.
All the flashing buttons which do
Yeah.
nothing. It's just like one lever he pulls.
The rest is just for show. Unless she did a perfect impression of Grand Moff Tarkin. Don't shoot the laser. And then Tarkin goes, no, do shoot the laser. No, don't shoot the laser. But that wouldn't last very long, because...
I would agree on that. Yeah, it's difficult. I think yours is probably the best. If you was at the point of taking off or you just took off, you might have a chance. Other than that...
It's slim.
can't
And
be-
even that way is slim, because you have to dodge all...
Yeah, I mean... Because the planet's like blown to smithereens. Unless a bit of planet you're on that's blown up, you're like in a bunker, perhaps, and then a bit of rock cause it doesn't, disintegrate. So then you're on that rock in a bunker floating through space, forever lost. Never to be seen again.
What would because when it blows up, I imagine all the atmosphere and stuff would disappear as well. So you'd probably, if you were trapped in a bunker,
You'd
and
run
it was
out of
still
air
all
and
sealed,
die.
Yeah, you'd run out of air, and you'd run out of food and stuff, even if the air didn't run out so quickly. Yeah, that would be terrible.
I know, that'd be a horrible death.
That's not good. That's really that, and all your TV and stuff would not have a satellite anymore.
Oh my
so.
God. Do they even have TV? I've never seen a TV in Star
Oh,
Wars.
with the hologrammy stuff.
Is that what they watch on TV on? Do you know, watch
Yeah,
game
well, they
shows
play
like that?
chess on with the holograms, don't they?
I know, what cheap
Like the
buggers.
monster chess.
Oh, yeah, I remember that on the
monster
Falcon,
chess, yeah. Would they still be able to? No, you wouldn't. If you were the only person in there, you'd... Because I can never beat chess on my laptop.
Oh, God.
So you'd just be stuck always losing chess until you run out of oxygen.
What a brutal way to go.
Oh, no.
I recommend getting a ship and getting off the planet first.
Yes, that would be best. Okay, so the Millennium Falcon is eventually trapped in a tractor beam and sucked into the Death Star, which is not the place you really want to be, is it?
It depends who you are.
And depends when.
When? Yes, that as
Oh
well.
yes, that's a definite thing. So they're on there and they do their sneaking about stuff dressed in stormtroopers, and they shoot a lot of stormtroopers for an escape plan that's meant to be quiet. They murder everyone. They murder pretty much everyone on the detention level, and then all the reinforcements that come up on the detention level, they shoot all them.
Again, this just emphasises how bad stormtrooper training, just how bad just the not dark side, sorry, how the training in the Empire is altogether. It's terrible. It is the worst.
They really let themselves go when they got rid of all the clones.
Yeah, Whatever happened to those? They just all die.
I think, yeah, they died out because they had faster aging, didn't they? They had sped up aging.
Yeah, so just really grew. They just grew
Yeah.
old and died.
And also, you played Battlefront, haven't you? The second one.
Yeah.
There was a mission on Camino where the cloners cloned a bunch of rogue rebel clones and staged an uprising. So the Emperor thought, maybe this isn't good. So he slowly phased out clones. I don't know whether that's canon anymore. But yeah, he did that so all the Jango Fett's wouldn't go, hey, we're better than this. Let's kill the Emperor.
Yeah, I don't know whether all the clones would. No, so if all the Star Wars Battlefront games are, canon, so...
Yeah, no, not much is canon anymore.
So I was going to say, if not, I'm pretty sure the Emperor could afford just to keep the clone process, going.
Yeah. But still, if they can't be trusted and stuff. That, and the Emperor probably wanted to create more jobs. So he did that by
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
He's a caring Emperor.
He is not. He is the furthest thing.
He's supportive of his economy.
Oh, dear.
He wanted to get people off of benefits. Everyone was very anti-clone.
Anti-clone. Wow, the clonists.
And anti-droid.
Yeah, I'm told the droid.
We don't serve your kind here.
They could have had some droidicas.
Yeah,
Droidicas
droidicas are very useful.
Hell. Let's see Solo taking a droidica. Nah, he
Yeah,
wouldn't, would he?
no.
He'd bollock it and run.
Yeah, he'd lose that fight very quickly, even if he
Send
did shoot
droidicas.
first.
Oh, my days, yeah. Yeah, I would definitely get some droidicas.
Yeah, they work well.
I wouldn't get the other droids, they're a load of crap. But
No,
I'd get
yeah.
some droidicas, yeah.
The only thing the Trade Federation made well were droidicas.
Agreed. Everything else was a huge waste of time.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to focus on the most famous Wilhelm scream death ever. Just a reminder for those people that don't know what the Wilhelm scream is. This is it. It's been in basically almost every Star Wars film, or a version of the Wilhelm scream has.
I look forward to finding out what it is next month. Episode 7.
Oh yeah, if it should be. I'll be disappointed
I assume it
if
would.
it wasn't.
I'm waiting for somebody's limb to get chopped off for the Wilhelm scream, and for Andy Serkis to start going, Gollum, Gollum. Yes.
My precious.
That was a
The
terrible
Force.
impression.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so Luke and Leia, they've trapped themselves on a platform. Luke's shot the controls to the bridge, and then they're ambushed by stormtroopers on the next level shooting down at them. So Luke's fiddling with his or is it Luke or Leia that shoots him? I think
it's
it's
Leia.
yeah.
Because Luke's
Luke-
fiddling with his utility belt, which for some reason has a grappling hook in it.
Yes,
Yes,
because
all stormtroopers have
need a
grappling hooks.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's Leia, shoots him, and he lets out the Wilhelm scream. I think stay further back from the edge. Because I think there's like 3 or 4. Maybe they're pushing him forward and going, go on, shoot her.
Throw a thermal grenade.
Yes.
And then as Luke throws it back, throw it back again and keep going. Play
Until
hot
it
potato with the
explodes.
grenade until it explodes.
Mm.
Or throw the grenade and Luke reaches out to catch it and you shoot him. Oh!
And then Princess
But you're gonna
Leia's
miss,
got,
so-
yeah.
Or you throw the grenade and then shoot the grenade so it explodes over them.
Yes. Raining down fire and death upon them. Mwahaha.
Or when Luke throws up his little harpoon thing, throw your throwing stars and slice through it.
I don't think they have throwing
Standard
stars.
issue for all stormtroopers is
No.
in their second pocket on the left hand side of the utility belt.
Did you know stormtroopers were originally meant to be lightsaber carriers? That was meant to be their weapon of choice.
Really?
Yeah, because if you look closely on the back of their armour, they've got the little tube-shaped thing just above their derriere. I love looking at stormtrooper bottoms.
Oh,
No,
is
and-
that maybe
and that
for
was-
lightsabers?
Yeah, and that was meant to be their lightsaber holder.
So why did they lose
They just
lightsabers
changed
and
it.
become terrible with,
They just
Guns.
changed it to blasters and made lightsabers like a Jedi thing. So yeah.
Oh, so originally lightsabers were maybe like
Mm.
for everybody.
Yeah. So maybe if they had a lightsaber, they could do that awesome lightsaber throwy thing and just chop Luke in half. Or Leia in half.
Would they have had the Force?
Probably not, so they couldn't have got it back. Although maybe had it on a bit of string so you could reel it back in once
Wow.
you'd thrown it. That would have been good.
Don't get many non-Force users with lightsabers.
I've not counted, to be fair.
No, there's probably. I imagine there's some. I count Grievous.
Grievous, yeah. I don't think. Yeah, he can't use the Force, can
No, he can't.
he? Just likes using the twirly things of death.
Yeah, he doesn't use the lightsabers properly.
Yeah. Just like, I can do twirly things. I
Hmm.
know, helicopter of doom. Alright, so survive that. Stay back.
Yeah, don't. If your buddy start pushing you forward, you push one of them forward.
Yeah.
In fact, use your own grappling hooks and swing down to Luke and Leia.
I think they'd shoot him before he
Grappling
gets there.
hook across into Luke's hand and rip the skin off his hand, cause him to drop the blaster.
I don't think a stormtrooper could do that.
My stormtroopers could.
Your stormtroopers.
If I was
sound
Empire, my
scary.
stormtroopers would be a lot more better trained. They'd all have
Your
jumper
stormtroopers
packs.
would just be monsters, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I'd lose control over them.
Yeah,
They would overrun the Empire. The Empire would fall within days.
Yeah. Oh dear, that's not good. Speaking of not good things, Obi-Wan dies. No. We love Obi-Wan.
We had it coming, really. He stood there. He raised his lightsaber up. Right, I've got no sorrow.
He wants basically he wants Vader to kill him because he's threatening and he'll become more powerful than he can possibly imagine.
But he doesn't. He becomes a little see-through man who tells Luke, "Oh, Luke,
Run, Luke.
go to the
use
Dagobah
Force."
system, find Yoda, and then we'll have a little chat with Yoda, and then we'll have a little chat in Dagobah. Then I'm probably just going to chill out until the end of the film. I'll give you, little nods of encouragement and stuff. Going to whisper, use the Force to you to blow up the Death Star. That's about it.
Yeah, that's not very powerful,
Yeah,
is it?
what the hell? Becoming powerful would be that happening and then appearing next to the Emperor and be like, "Yo, Emperor!" Yeah, and then like choking him.
Strangling him, yeah. If I were to be a Force ghost, I'd just haunt Vader forever. Hey Vader, do you smell burning? Oh no! You didn't burn the toast, I burnt your face.
All right. Yeah,
Um,
I was wondering what he's going on about. And I was like, "Why is he talking about burning?" Oh yeah. Wow,
Vader's
good
set on
flea
fire.
thing.
No, I'd like unplug his respirator.
I don't think they.
Well,
Can have
no,
any
I'd just
physical
move
interaction.
things. I'd just be a general irritant to him. That'd be great fun. Less powerful and just more irritating.
Yeah, I don't think they can interact with like the physical plane.
Or then I'll just sit there just telling jokes. Or just ripping into him.
No, I don't think that'd happen. He'd probably learn to block you out using the Force.
No, I'm so lonely, Vader.
Yeah,
Don't
I'd
go.
never get that. Strike me down and I become more powerful than you could possibly. No, you don't become more powerful. Okay, you were more powerful. Now in your old age, you forget things. You can't fight properly with your lightsaber. Your
Being
blade looks
able-
really thin.
Being able to punch Vader or being able to just taunt Vader? Punch Vader. I'd go for punch Vader rather than just taunt him. So don't let yourself be killed, Obi-Wan.
I know, you could have easily survived that. The
Use force
stormtroopers
push.
would not have opened fire.
No, they don't. They just...
They
they're like,
stand and
ooh,
watch.
lightsabers, let's look!
Yeah, here we go. We want to have those boys. Let's see what they're going to be like.
Yeah.
Okay. Best way to survive this: don't stand there like a mug and raise your lightsaber up and then close your eyes and then wait for the Force music to start playing before the lightsaber then cuts through into you. Also, why does it not? The lightsaber hits him. He vanishes. Doesn't make any sense at all. By the
He's
way.
turned into a force. All the midichlorians have eaten his skin
Oh,
cells.
don't say that. His robe doesn't even slice in half, despite the fact that Vader slices through the robe. It's still whole when it hits the ground.
So?
So why? Why is that whole?
Does it matter?
It does matter because that
The
bit,
midichlorians sewed it back together.
that little bit of robe is more sturdier than all Stormtroopers' armor.
He still got cut in half, though, so that doesn't really count. Okay, so Obi-Wan lets himself die to let Han, Luke, and Leia and Chewie, C-3PO and R2-D2 all escape back to Yavin 4. It's Vader's plan to let them go back there so he can be led back to the Rebel base. But he sends out some TIE fighter
pilots.
TIE pilots, some Thai restaurant owners, to deliver them delicious Chinese food. Thai food. No, he sends some TIE fighters out to try and stop them, or pretend to try and stop them. It's like a double bluff, and they all get blown up. That's bad resource management on Vader's
Perhaps
part.
they're all like going to retire the next week, or he's planning to fire them. Can you retire from the Empire? Do Stormtroopers?
I don't
retirement?
know. I don't know, but I think if Vader had only sent out 2 TIE Phi pilots,
You're struggling with that, aren't
I am. I don't know why.
you? 2 TIE fighters.
Yeah, if he'd only sent out 2, then he would have had 2 more to defend the Death Star with when the rebels tried to attack it and blew it up. Maybe those 2 would have made the difference between the Death Star being blown up and the Death Star not being blown up. Because one of those 2 could have gone after Luke and shot Luke down before he did his trench run. So maybe Vader messed up there.
No, I think you got to send out 4 to make it look convincing, haven't you?
Or 3?
They might have been unmanned for all we know.
No, they were manned.
Says who?
The film.
Does the film show them in the ships?
I think so, yeah.
Well, damn. All right. Fair enough. Can they get unmanned TIE fighters? Can they control it?
No.
They must be able to remote control ships.
Droids, astro droids can, because...
Well, there you go. Send up 4 astro
there's
droids.
There's no room for the astro droids on the TIE fighters.
Well, no, you just stick them in the TIE fighter, don't you?
Well, they've not got arms.
Modify the TIE fighter so it can be flown by an astro droid.
Well, then would be surviving as an astro droid instead.
Oh, bugger. All right. Can you just remote control the TIE fighters?
No.
I wonder what the ejector options are.
They wouldn't have any because you're ejecting into the void of space.
Yeah, okay, that's going to make it more difficult. Oh, I know. Shoot the Millennium Falcon down and destroy it, and then Vader would flip out and be like, "What have you done?" And you'd be like, "Well, I was doing my job," and then he'd probably kill you.
So you've managed to survive about half hour extra?
Yeah.
Depending on how long Vader wants to torture you for. Good job, Chris. We'll take that as a survival tip.
Well, yeah, that's what we're going to be surviving, the initial thing. You never told me to survive what comes afterwards.
You're on your own after that.
Yeah.
Okay, so they make it back to Yavin 4 and they come up with the grand plan to attack the giant planet exploding Death Star thing with only 31 man piloted ships. And a lot of rebels die. I think at the end there's only 3 left out of the original 30 that joined in, not including Han Solo, who just comes back at the end to steal all the glory.
Yeah, holy crap, so many people died.
Yeah.
And then
And I don't know how many pilots they sent out.
What about the Bothans that died to bring them that information?
That's Return of the Jedi. It was R2 that
Are
brought
you
them
sure
the
that was
information
Return
in
of
this
the
one.
Jedi?
Yes.
Alright.
Because that was the information for the second Death Star.
Well, in that case,
R2-D2 is the only reason they've got the
I'm
information
going to question
on this
that
one.
when we do Return of the Jedi. Until then, yeah, I can't really think. I mean, it's going to be a massive space battle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just
difficult
the usual
to survive.
shields, better flying.
Yeah, no, luck,
Pull
really.
up if you're flying towards the Death Star. Don't fly into it. Change direction.
Maybe it's like kamikaze.
Yeah, it doesn't work, though. Fly into the exhaust port and blow it up like that.
When everybody goes to attack the Death Star, you take a quick detour off to the left and keep going. And that's it, you're gone. You're home free. Bye. So long. You don't need to stick around, do you? You're just going to die. You're not going to make any difference. No. You're not conscripted into the rebellion. You don't have to join it.
But
you can leave when you want.
You're there because of your beliefs to stop the evil empire.
Abandon all of your beliefs immediately, and you'll survive the fight.
Until the Death Star blows up Yavin and then comes after you. Because it's got your registration plate.
Can the Death Star move?
Yes,
Has it got
of course
thrusters
it
on
moves.
Really?
How do you think it gets to Yavin and to Alderaan?
Yeah, but has it just got like thrusters where it goes really slowly, or can it like
I think
jump
it
to light speed?
does light speed.
What? Nah.
Otherwise, it would take years to get there.
Nah, I can't see a Death Star
reaches-
doing light speed.
Right. Obi-Wan is killed, and then the Battle of Yavin takes place in the same day. So it must have light speed, otherwise it wouldn't be able to travel anywhere.
Nah.
What do you mean?
I
nah.
can't see it happening. I mean, nah.
It does happen, whether
Perhaps
you
they've built loads
see
and
it or
loads of
not.
Death Stars. Don't know, just dotted around the
No.
universe.
No. They've got clones of Moff Tarkin on all of them.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Even Vader's been cloned. So yeah, why don't they clone Vader?
There's a Force
Ah.
Awakens game where they try to clone a Jedi.
What happens?
It depends. If you pick the good ending, then the clones don't work. But if you pick the bad ending, you end up getting stabbed in the back by a clone of yourself. So it's
Awesome.
unclear whether you can clone a Jedi.
Well, you can, just don't do it.
Because
It's bad.
it leads to you being stabbed in the back by yourself.
Yes.
Oh
Okay.
dear.
Trying to think this one through. Yeah, I know it's massive
It's
space
just
bar,
the
so
usual
it's difficult,
stuff.
isn't it? Yeah.
It's the usual stuff. We've been over it.
Would you rather
before.
be an X-wing or a Y-wing?
Well, again, going back to Battlefront 2.
The Y-wing's more of the bombing type. Isn't it?
I
It's not as
always use
maneuverable.
I always use the Y-wing.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Why?
'cause it's a bit sturdier.
Sturdier.
I find whenever I get shot at in an X-wing, I always get blown up immediately. But in a Y-wing, I can take a few shots and then I just spin out
and then
the way
blow up. Yeah.
and get out. I survive more than I die on that.
I don't. As
Maybe
soon
it's
as I
because
get
I set it
into-
on easy.
Wow. As soon as I get into any spacecraft on Star Wars Battlefront, I know I would never get out of it again. I will die in a spacecraft because I've never been able to land one and get out of it before it's like
Can
blown
you not?
up. No, because I'm terrible with a spacecraft.
Oh, no way. Right. Okay, definitely don't put you in an X-wing then.
Yes, please don't.
Let me do the flying. We'll be fine.
Oh, you know what they should have done? They should have had General Akbar there with them.
It's a trap.
Yeah, it's a trap.
It's a trap. Everything's a trap.
Yeah, and then all of his people could have turned up.
Do you know what his species are called?
Fish.
Calamari,
Why is that?
which
funny?
is a squid dish.
Oh, is it really?
So that's good. All right, we've survived as people on Alderaan. Now let's survive as everyone on the Death Star.
Oh God. Death Star must have escape pods.
Yeah, but there's this thing going around. It's a popular theory on the internet as to how they could have survived, which is basically the Death Star has to orbit a planet to get to Yavin 4 to get a clear shot and shoot at Yavin. So why doesn't the Death Star, instead of orbiting this planet, just blow up that planet, recharge, and then shoot Yavin?
It doesn't say how long it takes for the gun to recharge. It could take like
I
a few
wouldn't-
days for all
It
we
doesn't
know.
take that long because they
Says who?
fire in Return of the Jedi. They fire it a couple of times at some Star Destroyers to blow them up, and it only takes about
Do they?
5-10 minutes. Yeah,
Why does
they
Death
use
Star
it-
shoot at Star Destroyers?
because it's a trap. They trick the rebels into thinking it's not operational, so they attack it, but then it fires and blows up the ships.
So it doesn't blow up the Star Destroyers, it blows up the Rebel command ships.
Yeah, the rebel ones, the
Right, that's
rebel
why
starships.
that makes sense now. I was wondering, why is the Death
Well,
Star blowing up its own ships?
friendly
But,
fire.
alright.
It just blows up the rebel Star Destroyers. So-
Okay.
That's what this.
Yes,
just
but,
blow up the planet
exactly.
and then blow
But
up
that
Yavin.
laser was being used to destroy smaller ships. This is blowing a planet. It might take longer to recharge. Or they were so close to that planet, when it blew it up.
Oh,
They're
someone's
gonna get
getting
hit by
choked out
debris.
for coming out of light speed too quickly.
Yeah, they would.
Vader doesn't like it when you come out of
No,
light
he
speed
really
too
doesn't
quickly.
like that. The debris could have flown back and perhaps hit the
Hit the Death Star,
and
maybe.
caused
Yeah.
some damage.
Okay.
The necessary paperwork wasn't there to do it.
Okay. Reverse a bit, and then blow up the planet.
Yeah, if it can move on its own, why is it orbiting a planet to get a better shot? Just
Well,
move
'cause-
on your own.
Because the planet's in the way and it's slingshotting around.
Why has it got to
something.
do that? Why not just light speed
It's-
from here to the other side of the planet?
Well, it can't because the planet's in the way, and
Just light speed around it, for fuck's
you
sake.
can't light speed round it.
Says who? Do you know the rules of going into light speed?
Yes, you gotta be at least 5 light years away from something.
Oh, God.
No, maybe it's just conserving petrol or whatever they run on.
Runs on, yeah.
I
Yeah.
imagine it takes a lot of petrol to run a Death Star,
I
so maybe
imagine
they're
so,
just
yeah.
conserving it by slingshotting around. Emperor, see, he's thinking of his community. More jobs, use of less petrol, less environmental damage.
Terrible.
As long as you
I think-
ignore blowing up Alderaan.
I think the best way to survive it. Vader's not on the Death Star at this point.
Vader's not on
the
the Death
Emperor's
Star.
not on there. You can easily abandon your position.
Grand
and
Moff
just-
Tarkin
he's-
is offered to evacuate. He's like, evacuate in our moment of triumph? Tosh, poppycock. Or whatever
there you
he
go.
says.
If they're saying to the big general guy, evacuate, if I ever heard that, I'd be like, fuck this. I'd say to you, I'd be like, Jack, escape pod, now! And you'd be like, I need to go finish this paperwork. And I'd be like, no, come on, Jack!
They're
And
gonna
then we'd
kill
get
us
to the
all.
escape pod and we'd fire down onto whatever planet Yavin 4 orbits.
Is Yavin for the fourth moon of Yavin?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
'Cause I
it's a
know
moon of whatever planet
yeah,
it orbits. Is it
'cause
Yavin it orbits?
It might be Yavin, because Endor, it's not called Endor, is it? Because it's the forest moon of Endor. So maybe
Yeah.
Endor has a frost moon and a lava moon.
It could.
Like-
That'd be awesome. I wish our moon was a forest.
Nah.
The forest moon of Earth.
The forest moon of Earth.
Earth 2. Point forest.
Point forest.
Point for I don't know.
Oh,
But yeah, I would escape pod
yeah.
the hell out of there.
If someone tells you to evacuate. They know best. Unless you're a stuck-up Grand Moff.
Then you deserve what's coming.
Yes, you deserve to be blown up. Oh dear. Right. That was Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. What did you think of our survival techniques? Let us know. We could survive that at email.com.
Email.com?
We could survive that at gmail.com is the email address. And we could survive that is the Twitter thing if you want to tweet us.
At We Could Survive.
Yes. And all the other episodes are all on YouTube, so feel free to enjoy them or not. It's up to you what you do with your
It's
spare
not.
time.
Enjoy them. Forget everything else. Listen to the shows.
All right, Chris, end it with enthusiasm.
I will
Gusto?
try. I will try. You have been listening to We Could Survive That, your weekly survival guide to the movies. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week. Until then, please, keep on surviving. Good day.